and welcome back to another episode of Quick Spin, the Autoweek podcast that gets to the essence of the automobile. Today, we are talking about the 2022 Maserati MC20. That's right, the new supercar from Maserati. You can take a look at this Maserati on our Instagram page right now. That's at Autoweek USA. And hey, while you're out there, why don't you head over to our Facebook page, click that like button. That way you get all the great Autoweek content we deliver daily sent directly to you. We're going to spend a ton of time talking about this Maserati in just 1 second, but first we have to pay the bills. Want to join us and our friends at Road & Track at annual testing events, epic automotive events like the Quail, and for excursions around the world? Join the Track Club by Road & Track. You'll get first dibs on these ultra-exclusive experiences, full access to premium print and digital content, tons of privileges and perks, and the opportunity to virtually chat with the best auto editors in the world. Hop on into the Track Club by visiting roadandtrack.com/autoweek. That's ROADANDTRACK.com/AUTOWEEK. And Patrick, tell me about the 2022 Maserati MC20.
So, Wesley, you know how at the end of most of your Quick Spin podcasts, you will cheekily thank whoever drove whatever supercar or luxury car for, doing the hard work of driving a Ferrari or a Rolls Royce or whatever?
Yeah, it's rough out there. I understand.
Well, I just want you to know that for this particular vehicle, I made the ultimate sacrifice, and I actually flew to Italy. I went to Modena, to the Maserati factory, and I went to their home racetrack to spend some time with this MC20. So I just wanted you to know right off the bat, I did the work, as they say.
Well, I will thank you, and Delta Sky Miles. I hope that's a fair reimbursement. No, but so Italy and Maserati, that kind of, that sounds like a perfect place to set the stage for this car. So yeah, Patrick, tell me about it.
No, so totally. So you're exactly right. I mean, so one of the big things, so Maserati is really, it's sort of an inflection point right now, right? It's a storied, century-old brand that's had its share of troubles, but now they're having some luck with the Levante SUV. They have a new smaller SUV coming, I think, just this year. And now they have a halo car. They have a gorgeous, fast, high-tech supercar, the MC20. And so they're kind of putting all the pieces together for getting right back out there. And something that's very important to them is that this MC20 is actually all built at the Maserati factory. So for the last few decades, a lot of the engines were built at Ferrari, things were built here, things were built there. But they take a great deal of pride in that this particular model is all built in downtown Modena in the Maserati factory. So, and honestly, there's no car, if I were making this car, I would be full of pride as well, because it's an incredible leap forward, and it's just a very cool, modern supercar.
Modern indeed. And for those wondering, I know I was, MC stands for Maserati Corsa.
Right, which is a meaningful name as well, because it kind of signifies that Maserati is also going to get back into racing, where they've been away from for a while. So it's lots going on for Maserati with this car.
Lots going on. Patrick, do you have the hard facts handy? What makes this thing move?
All right, I got some hard facts. It's got a twin-turbo V6, which is mid-engined. It's 630 horsepower. It's got the engine is called the Nettuno. The engine's so unique and cool. They gave it a name. It's very much developed with racing in mind. It uses a lot of technology from Formula One. It's got 8-speed dual clutch transmission, and it sounds wonderful. It's just, if you have a Maserati, it needs to sound good. And don't worry that there's only 6 cylinders. Your ears will not miss those other 2.
Yeah, and for anyone mad about 6 cylinders, again, I point to the Jaguar EJ220 and say, why were you so mad? The car's so good. But, Patrick, you took some time out of your, I'm sure, loaded itinerary in Modena to give us a quick walk around of this MC20, and we're going to cut to that right now.
Somehow, I am at the Autodromo de Modena racetrack in Modena, Italy, with the brand new Maserati MC20, their new supercar and they're first in a while since the MC12 from the mid-2000s, and I am walking around it, and words really can't describe how gorgeous it is. A lot of supercars, they don't really, like one part of it will look awesome. The front is great. The back is cool. It looks great from the side. But this one is totally cohesive and just looks gorgeous everywhere. Starting in the front, you have the Maserati Trident, nice and aggressive and mean looking up front. I think they tweaked a little bit so it looks a little bit more modern. And it's hidden there in the elliptical grille. It's got the butterfly doors, which are just striking. Of course, you want to make an entrance when you're in this thing. Now, this is a mid-engine car, and a lot of mid-engine supercars, they have the really, really dramatic air intakes. You can hear that V6 twin turbo, 630 horsepower. A lot of them have these giant intakes that really kind of, I think get a little busy, but this one, they are sort of behind the door. I wouldn't say quite hidden, but maybe a little bit more subtle. I love the front. The headlights they're kind of on top of the wheel arches, which is a really cool look, and also really kind of has that similar design language to the MC20. There's a trunk and a frunk, so you can almost say that this thing is practical, but just overall, it's gorgeous. MC stands for Maserati Corse, which means Maserati racing. So, sort of Maserati saying that they're going to get back in the racing game, which is super cool. And this particular one, it's called Bianco Audace. That's the color, which is audacious white. And it's kind of like this real matte white, sort of a pearlish color. Really, really gorgeous. Just overall, it's an incredible machine, and I am going to be able to be hitting the track in it. So you can only imagine how excited I am.
Well, I can say, Patrick, I am excited for you and excited to eventually one day possibly hit the track in this myself. I'm kidding. I think that would be terrifying.
You can handle it, Wesley.
Oh, let's hope.
Listening to that again, I definitely think the car is gorgeous. I think I said that 15 times, so you know how I feel about the design. And also to note, I think I misspoke. It's reminiscent, the headlights of the MC12. It's not reminiscent of itself, because that would not really make much sense.
What's it like on the inside? I mean, you described the exterior so eloquently, but how's the interior feel? I mean, a Maserati is, after all, a luxury brand, and it should have luxury guts.
It's perfect inside. I love the steering wheel. It actually, for the first time, Maserati has the ignition on there, and also the launch control, which unfortunately I didn't get a chance to use. But, they kind of have everything that's really important right there on the steering wheel. It's just the perfect blend of luxurious, but also appropriately sporting and aggressive. Something new also from Maserati, they have incredible Sonus Faber speakers. That's a brand from Italy, and 12 speakers in there that just, if you want to take a little break from listening to that incredible engine, there's some of the best speakers I've ever heard in a car. They're fantastic. And so it just really is that ideal combination of luxury, but also, a focus on performance inside. And sitting in there, I just had a dumb smile on my face the entire time.
Well, I must say, if you're tired of listening to that V6, which sounds awesome, turning on the Quick Spin podcast is a nice way to take your mind off the commute if you happen to be commuting in this mean machine.
Indeed. And you can hear your, Wesley Wren's beautiful baritone voice. I mean, you'd just be as happy as a clam.
Happy as a clam. But the thing that we've all been waiting for is you driving the thing, which we're going to cut to right now.
Maurizio, this is incredible.
This is, incredible car.
It's an amazing car. So this is 630 horsepower, right? And a V6?
Yes.
Amazing.
It's unbelievable the fact that the car is easy to drive, it's a fantastic balance. Anyway, we never lose the comfort. We are enough comfortable also because we are in the middle position with the manettino.
Right.
We are not using the extreme part because it can be also more difficult to drive. For the thing that we want to obtain today is to enjoy in a safe way.
Sure.
If there's a young person in your life who's really into cars, give them the gift of R&T Crew, the ultimate subscription box by Road and Track for kids ages 6 to 10 every other month. A box is delivered to their door and is stuffed with cool accessories, fun activities, and a magazine chock full of facts, stories, games, and more. Sign up now to receive the all-new Snack Attack box and enter code Autoweek for 10% off an annual box subscription. Just head to rtcrew.com, that's rtcrew.com, and use code Autoweek.
That's my buddy Maurizio. He is a driver with Maserati, and he accompanied me as I went on the track. I think they, wanted to have a representative from there with us, and he was great because any questions I had as we were zooming around, he was very excited to answer in that wonderful Italian accent of his.
Well, that does sound great. And, unfortunately, what he says is true. Right, even if you're hitting the track, if you're not a very skilled driver, this car seems like it could be a handful if you turn off all of the nannies. And
absolutely,
the last thing you want to do is stuff a car.
Totally, and especially in the context of you only get a couple laps. This is a brand new car to you for sure. So yeah, we kept things pretty civil, but that said, even while being a little bit conservative in terms of the driving, you just know what this car is capable of. And just like he mentioned, actually, the balance, the handling, it's almost ideally designed. I love that it's the V6, 3 liters. It's not huge. It's right behind you. I mean, you don't get, it's very lightweight. That's the ideal, for me at least, way to really achieve great handling and great balance in a car.
Well, that sounds like a good thing to me. But we're getting close to the end of the show, Patrick, and I know you know what that means. And for our listeners that don't, it means we're getting to the hard-hitting question of Quick Spin. We're getting to the question that we all like to hear answered, except for the one answering it, I'm sure. And that is, what is the essence of the Maserati MC20? What's its raison d'etre, or the Italian version of that?
Yeah, whatever the Italian version of that. I mean, I think that we've definitely, kind of explained that this is the future of the brand. And what's cool about it, too, is this version is just the beginning of the MC20. They're going to make a convertible version, which is cool. But they have promised that there will be an all-electric MC20 coming soon enough, which is really exciting. So it's not only do you have this new supercar, and it's always exciting when there's a new supercar on the block, but this is something that's going to get even more interesting, that there'll be even new versions of, right? And so I think that it's just more exciting. It's just good for Maserati. This is the direction that they need to be going, and this is the vehicle in which they should go on that direction.
I couldn't agree more. But I think that puts a pin in it for today. Again, Patrick, thank you for heading all the way over to Italy to drive this thing. I can't thank you enough for that kind of expenditure.
Oh, I'm happy to do it.
And hey, if you could also, if you could do something for me, head over on the Cyber Highway and cruise over to the Apple Podcast Store and click that 5-star review button. Give us those 5 stars. Let us know what you want to hear about in the future. Let us know what you like about the show. And while you're cruising the internet superhighway, why don't you head over to our Facebook page, click that like button. That way you get all the great Autoweek content we deliver daily sent directly to you. And I know I say this at the end of every episode, and I hope you've listened to this whole thing because it's a great one. But thank you for listening. It means so much that you're listening to this. Without your listenership, none of this would be possible.